good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are located in the world. Isn't Friday always an amazing day? I don't know about you, Tammy, but every time we hit Fridays, it's okay, it's date night, and I think we're gonna go see. I think it's Dune 2 is actually open this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. And so the point in saying here is, I'm sorry, I'm having someone calling me exactly at this time as I'm presenting, of course. And so today we want to share with you a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that can really, really make a significant difference in your life and the life of your loved ones. First of all, I want to welcome Danielle. Danielle, it's awesome to have you here from California. Who do we have here? Yvonne from the UK. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us here. Might be a little later for you. Kim, thank you for you. Actually, we're neighbors here in Florida. We're actually in Daytona Beach. It's awesome. Esther, how are you? Doing so well. Keep up the great, great work. You're doing absolutely fantastic from Ghana. Rob, thank you for joining in. Welcome, welcome, Bob. Great to have you here. We have Chris, we have Laura. Let's see here. We have Dr. Kaway from London. Also, we have Tina from Indiana. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Guylaine from Quebec. Ah, c'est beau. Bonjour, 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 Guylaine. Ça va bien? And we have Grace here from Ghana. We have Opa from Ghana also. And we have Augustine from Ghana. We have lots of folks from Ghana. This is absolutely awesome. Back to you, Tammy.
Super, super exciting. I love doing business in international markets. And of course, Got Back Up is such a phenomenal opportunity with absolutely no limits to the markets that we can go in, which is super, super exciting. So just a little bit about Chris and I, for those of you who don't know us, I think it's the first time, Chris, we're doing the Friday 11 a.m. session. And just wanted to welcome everybody to this session today. We've been in the industry for 28 years plus. We do this business with our eyes closed. We love, love, love the network marketing profession and what it does to help people not only live a prosperous life if they really put some great efforts into it, but it's who you become in the process is always the greatest thing. We watch people come into this industry and transform who they are as leaders. So I love it. I love Got Back Up. We got started back in May, and it's been a really exciting ride. Everybody gets excited about the service industry, and we're super happy to be here. And we're so grateful that Joel personally contacted us. Chris will tell you a little bit about Joel later in our relationship as friends for many, many, many years. So go ahead, Chris.
Absolutely. And you see, folks, this opportunity is really designed to empower families like you and I with a global opportunity. Folks, we have the potential to massive growth. We're going to talk to you about some of our competitors that are not even paying you, that have over 700 million customers. Could you imagine taking a little tweezer out of that? This is a lot of money for all of us. Bro, it's time to turn your dreams into reality. So why are we here? Well, folks, it's like I said, it's time to turn your dreams into reality. And the reality here, folks, is many of us, let's face it, I've been facing a lot of challenges with the current economy today. And folks, here's the thing. It's not about complaining or about, at the end of the day, there's always changes. And changes is necessary for things to evolve. But it's not easy when you've been doing something for X amount of years and suddenly everything is different. And Got Back Up is bringing an opportunity here that can really turn your dreams into reality by impacting your families, by giving you an opportunity to travel, vacations. For example, Tammy and I, we actually have the opportunity to live in Daytona Beach, Florida during the winter, because in Toronto, Canada, it's actually not so bad right now. It's actually interesting. It was 13 degrees, actually. I think it was yesterday, which is kind of unbelievable. You don't have positive. And by the way, folks, I'm talking in Celsius. We're in a metric system in Canada. That's why. But the point here is that it gives you the opportunity to do what you want to do, to live where you want to live. And the fact is, not only that, with network marketing, you can actually provide an income opportunity to be able to feed your investments. This is something that Tammy and I have been doing for years, is that our investments are also giving us the opportunity to have the ability to live with some passive income. And it's something that we're still working towards. That's what it brings you. So, folks, stay tuned and take some notes if you need to. And remember that these calls are recorded on the God Backup channel. Back to you, Tammy.
I'm just messaging everybody as Chris is connecting. And I love our mission with Got Backup. It's all about empowering families. It really is. And if we can help the average person to create an above average lifestyle, which has been exactly what we've been doing for so many years in so many countries around the world, it is amazing feeling. And the key is to have a passion and drive. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for people who have a passion, who have a drive, that really want to help other people get ahead in their lives and to create that amazing lifestyle that they've always wanted. And of course, to have that work ethic as well.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what we have here. We have a company that was born in 1997 in Quebec, Gatineau. In fact, I met Joel, I think in the early 2000s, where I needed a place to a server to be able to upload my WordPress. For some of you that may know what I'm talking about, to create a website to support my network marketing team. Tammy and I have been network marketing for a long, long time. My point in saying is, at one point, Joel was telling me, Chris, we need to move to the US. I said, oh, does that mean I'm going to have to find another service provider? He says, no, absolutely not. For you, it's all the same. We're just changing location because the bandwidth infrastructure that was underground where they used to live, even if they do an upgrade, eventually they're going to hit a maximum. And they were concerned because they've already hit that maximum in record time, that once they hit that other maximum, then they're stuck and they can't evolve. So that's when they decided to go in Texas. So they invested into a building at the time, invested. Now they own this outright, a 10,000 square feet data center. So let me play with you a little video that will give you a perspective of what you have in your hands, the kind of security and the kind of product that you have here.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Got Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know.
So we're going to pause at this point here, folks. Oh, let's come back so we can have our faces here. And as you can see, there's more to the story, but the fact is you're getting secure data, and there's a new release that's coming out with the software that you guys are going to love. That's going to simplify the process of backing up your computer and your devices on the cloud. Joel is a wonderful friend of mine. We've known each other for years and years and years. And he really, really, really cares about the team and the people. He wants to make sure that people make money with this company. Back to you, Tammy.
All right, so let's move forward. And now that we know what's happening with all the security and how we're able to save our storage or data, all that stuff, which really, really excites me, is let's move into the second trend, which is the trend of, obviously everybody has phones. I mean, you look at kids today, my kids growing up, they didn't have phones until they were 13, 14 years old. And then you see the kids today, like so many people around the world, you can see 7 billion smartphones in the world today. So you can imagine the growth potential as you're talking to everybody, because you know, when you think of target market, they're all target market, right? Anybody who has a phone is a target market. So high demand and definitely a huge financial opportunity.
And what's really interesting here, when you look at the percentage of global mobile traffic, and I know that's getting old, we're already in 2024, but you can see the trends from 2011 to 2023. It's absolutely massive. And folks, we're still toying with this thing. It's going to get a lot bigger than that. It's going to get monstrous. So get ready for rain, folks, because this is going to explode. And these devices, they're not stopping to produce them. There's more of them. And there's always need for more space, because these devices are becoming more and more high resolution, means it takes more data to be able to store them. This is our future. I truly, truly believe that the future of our devices won't even have any memory space. It won't be required anymore. It'll just be a device that's connecting to a cloud. I think this is our future. Back to you, Tammy.
Absolutely. And let's face it, we all have some type of phone addiction. Most people who leave their house, and if they leave their phones in the house when they leave, they tend to go back and get their phones. I know we do all the time. I mean, we do business, right? So we need our phones with us. They leverage the phones for many, many, many things. And you can see the percentages here. People who have upgraded their phones, 60% people upgraded their phones in the last year. And the ones who, I have to say, the ones who take their phones on the date and use their phones, not a good thing. But definitely always have your phones on you, because, you know, I mean, they're there for emergency too, right? So that's why everybody is constantly on their phones, because there's so much necessity today, and we're so used to having that necessity that there's such a huge, huge demand for what we have to share with you for this opportunity.
You know, it's actually interesting, because when my wife and I are going on date night, and I'm telling you, we need to train ourselves now that, okay, enough. Let's stop looking at that damn phone. Excuse me the expression. Let's put it face down so we can concentrate on ourselves. You know,
Yeah, we just get
But,
a picture, right? And then
you
that's
know,
it.
all kidding. Yeah. And all kidding aside, folks, is data loss is a growing concern, right? Amazing. 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phones or lost their data. I know there's a year I lost 365 gigs of data. And again, I'm not blaming Apple, but at one point it was an upgrade when you used to call it iPhoto and then it was called Photo, you know, in those years, those days. Well, during that transition, for some reason, the software did want to load my 369 gigs of photo. I still have the file, by the way. It's massive, but it's not coming up. But you see, the fact is, this happens all the time, right? 5,700 screens are cracked every hours. If I had got backup in those days, I would have access to all these photos, right? Laptops and cell phones are stolen every 43 seconds. This is serious.
Absolutely. And how many of you have had these messages? It's funny because I talk to people all the time. That's what we do in our business, right? We connect with people all the time. And you get talking about what you're up to and what they're up to, and then telling them what we have, and they go, "Oh my God, I can't believe this because I just got this message." And then they're explaining it that they need to upgrade their storage. And they're like, perfect timing. So contact everybody, you guys, because people are getting these messages left and right on having to upgrade or having to get rid of some precious videos or photos or whatever they need to clean up. Well, in this case, you don't really need to clean up now if you don't choose to, because the storage is absolutely amazing when you're going to see what's available for you.
Absolutely. And the fact is, the second trend here, folks, is people need to make money. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. There is not one corner on the planet that does not feel what we're going through. In fact, 42%, if I may focus on the North American market, 42% of Americans have side gigs, side businesses. 62% of Gen Z, these are my kids between 18 to 25. My son has a small side gig. My daughter has a side gig. She's a personal trainer. She's been traveling since November. She's been in Asia and she's still there. Folks, we're living in a different world today. And what about the rest of the world, folks? This is my point. So this is the right place and the right time to be able to consider what we have to offer here.
Absolutely. So we're going to switch right over to the most important thing that you're going to learn about today is what we have as a service. And go ahead, Chris, you're going to share the...
Absolutely. So what we're going to talk about here is we have an incredible product we got back up. We have the core products that we're going to talk to you about, which are the essentials that we're talking about, the cloud storage. This is what we just talked about. There's also a VIP program, which is an upgrade. This is more for those of you that wants to make use of videos and storing videos and sharing videos to social media and all of that. And I'll talk about all of this, especially when it comes to building your business online using the marketing tools and so forth. So the VIP could come as a great, great service.
Okay, so here it is. So Got Backup, first of all, very, very important. It's the only company that offers 6 terabytes of data storage. You can have 6 people on one account sharing the data. You have unlimited devices and all of this for $10 a month. And it's the only home-based business that pays you. It's the only home-based business that has this available. So timing, it's everything. And this is going to be massive. So for those of you who position themselves well and they get talking to people, wait until you see what's going to happen in 6 months from now, in a year from now, 2 years from now. Life-changing.
Absolutely. And by the way, as you post your comments, folks, a lot of you are actually brilliant. You're posting brilliant comments. And if I skip, it could be that I just overlooked it while I'm talking. But again, really appreciate your feedback as you contribute to this wonderful presentation as the viewers are watching. But here's what's going on, folks, looking at our competitors. iCloud, around $10 a month, 2 terabytes, one user. Dropbox, around $10 a month, 2 terabytes, one user. And I know it's possible that these numbers may change a little bit so they can stay competitive. But remember, they do not pay you a dime. Google, $9.99 a month, 2 terabytes, could have up to 6 users. I know there's OneDrive with Microsoft, which also will give you the different perks and everything else. But at the end of the day, they do not pay you. See, God Backup for the same amount or very close to, right? About around $10 a month, you have the potential to have an opportunity. But not only that, you have 6 terabytes for the price of 2. You can have up to 6 different accounts connecting to your account, which is going to be divided equally. We have priority supports, and I've witnessed the support, and I know sometimes you get overwhelmed, but the fact is the support is fantastic. It will do all they can, and then you choose: I want to pay $9.97 or I want to pay $99.97, like $100. If you do the math, this is actually 2 months cheaper, because all the other competitors, they don't give you 2 months if you pay for the year. So what's really interesting here, now it goes down to around a little over $8 a month. You see what's going on? So you're getting an opportunity, you're getting more data space, and in the same time, you're getting the opportunity to store your precious data. So back to you, Tammy, as we summarize this.
Yeah. So iCloud right now, they have packages available, and it's $29.99 for 6 terabytes. Here with Got Backup, it's $9.97, and you have an opportunity to earn income. So it's phenomenal. So 6 terabytes of storage, $9.97 per month. You can take annual. Most people actually take annual because they want to save a couple months, and that set and forget kind of thing. It includes up to 6 accounts. You can use Android, iPhones, whatever, computers you have. Like you can use everything and store everything. Chris and I have everything connected. You can see there's a lot of devices behind me. There's a lot of devices in front of me, and it's all set and forget now because everything's set up. So you can access everything anywhere, no matter where you are. And of course, the military grade encrypted, which you saw the video. So it's definitely something you want to hop on and enjoy this ride.
And you know what's interesting? We talked about the VIP. So let me just kind of give you a quick summary of what you're getting in a VIP package. One is that you're getting a video uploader. We call it VTuber, which is around $3 a year, where you have the opportunity to upload all your MP4s and all your videos in there. And then it will generate a link for you that you can use into your email campaigns, or you can share within your social media. Awesome tool. The other thing is you have a memory place. If you have an event, like a wedding, or maybe your business event, or whatever the situation may be, you just create a QR code. And of course, they give you the link too. You can provide to the audience, and everybody who took pictures with their devices will upload their pictures to your memory place. And now everybody has access to every pictures from everyone who choose to upload and share their pictures within, that environment where you had your event. So this, again, $300 a year. This is given to you within the VIP package. It provided, I should say. Number 3 is you also have a personal promo link. When you start your business with Got Backup, you've given a link that you share with others, and then you can put their email and their name, in some cases, even a phone number. And then from there, it goes into your pre-enrollees, and you start receiving emails from the company and so forth. Well, you can modify that now. With the VIP package, you can modify this. And let's say you want to have this in Greek, or you would like to have it in different languages that has not been done by the company yet. Because keep in mind, folks, we have many, many languages around the world. So the point here is you don't have to wait for anybody. You can do your translation, have your tools, and even your marketing emails, you can create them in the language of preference. So absolutely fantastic. And the last one is you're providing a domain. Some of you may want to use a domain that you bought either with GoDaddy or whatever other service that are out there. There's probably hundreds of them. And the fact is, once you own your name, right? The name is a word.com or .net or .whatever. You can actually bring this over to Got Backup, and you can assign this domain to any of the pages that are available for your marketing efforts. Couldn't find my words for a second. So the fact here is, again, it's all part of the VIP. So don't hesitate on this package. It's an absolute amazing package to utilize with the core product of Got Backup. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of value right now with this VIP package and just learning it. I love the vid. I really do. The vid Uber, it's such an easy tool. You can just create some videos real quick and then upload those and have that available for your email marketing campaign. So if you've never done this before, don't worry about it because this package, there's videos and you're going to learn how to do it. And of course, you got so many people who have upgraded to VIP that there's training available. So yeah, I'd really consider this when you're getting started. So let's talk about how people can earn some income that's going to pay for all of this stuff and so much more, Chris. So when you do get started, there's 3 ways to earn. And I'm just going to share the first one, which is the direct referral commission. And this one is every single time you talk to people and you tell them about this service and you send them your link and they click on and they join, you will get 200%. So it's $20, right? They pay $9.97, you get your $20. Plus every month after, you're going to get 25%, which is really, really cool. Residual income, you guys always think residual income. Do the work at the front end, and you continually get the income. So if you go to the next slide, I'm just going to make an example because it's pretty easy to talk to people and get people on because it's such a low price item with huge value, right? So if you have an example of you get started, you get 20 people on board. And 20 people times $20, $400 commission. You do this in your first month, that's phenomenal. Plus every month after, it's $50 a month commission with those 20 people. And you don't stop there because you can have as many people as you want in this business.
So the direct referral, folks, this is you out there taking this link of yours and sharing this within your social network. And how to connect to your social network, I really do recommend you come back to our Saturday trainings so we can help you build your relationship and share your business with others. But that's their direct referral commission, is by telling others directly about this. The matching check commission, this is after the people that you've sponsored into your business decides to activate, right? And now at this point is starting to build the business. You earn 25% matching check on the income of your direct referral. So all the people that you have personally introduced into Gut Backup, if I use Tammy's example, right? If you use, for example, you've sponsored 20 business partners, and let's just say that they're working out there and they're earning an average of about $200 a month by sponsoring, right? They're introducing new people to the business. Well, 25% from that is $50 from the $200 per partner. So if you had 20 partners that are doing this, this is on the number 2. So remember, there's number 1 and now number 2, you're adding $1,000 per month commission because of these 20s that are working. But it gets a whole lot better than that because the team commission, this is the backbone. This is your retirement plan. You know, like we work an entire life to retire on 40% of what we can barely afford to live in when we had a job. Well, with this opportunity, as you are doing 1 and 2, number 3 is being built. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. It's called a team commission. A team commission is actually called a binary team. What does the word binary means to you? Well, the binary came from the word used for computers, which is 1 or the other, 0 or 1, bits and bytes. I used to be a software engineer, so pardon me if I'm going a little details here. The point here is it just means 1 or the other, this or that. So in our case, we have left side or right side. So you can see direct referral on the left side, indirect referral on the right side. What's indirect means? That means that someone above you that is sharing the same leg, as you can see people underneath you are sharing the same leg, that just decided to sponsor someone, not because they know you or like you, because they have no choice. It has to be on the next person underneath you. So if you have people above you that are working the business, you could see spillover. When that happens, then you benefit from their effort. Just like your direct underneath the indirect referral, well, that's someone that you personally brought in that the indirect also benefits. It's a win-win. So let me expand. So how do you earn commission here? Well, step number 1 is you want to be active. Very important. Step number 2 is you want to invite others to join the business and do the same thing. In this particular case, you earn commission when you have this structure that you see before you, I'll explain out in the third slide. But just for you to pay attention is the power leg, we consider the leg that has more bodies than the pay leg. And we'll explain to you what that means. You see, okay, well, how do I earn commission now? Well, you get paid per cycle. And what's a cycle? The moment the system recognizes there is two bodies that are paying their $10 a month on the right side, and at least four bodies that are paying their $10 a month on the left side, that's a total of 6 divided in 4 and 2. It generates one cycle. My question to you is, how many cycles do you want in your business? Tammy and I are aiming for over tens of thousands of cycles. I'm telling you, that's what we're aiming for. We didn't mention it earlier. Maybe at the beginning I did, but 700 million users in Dropbox do not give a dime. Let me rephrase that. They do not pay to anybody. They just provide you maybe some free space for referrals. God Backup is very generous. It can pay you up to 75% of their profit revenue to you. Now, this is extremely, extremely powerful, folks. So right now, a cycle could vary. The average is around $375 to around $4. But could you imagine what happens when the company becomes more and more profitable? Folks, the cycle value will increase. But it gets even better as more people are actually getting involved into your business. Tammy, how do we get started?
I love this part, Chris, because I've never seen this before. $20 for a fee to be a member, a one time for life. We've been in the industry for a long time, and it's either a month, there's a monthly fee or a yearly fee. This is a one time for life. I think this is so awesome. And then of course, with your Got Backup data storage, it's $9.97 monthly. Or like I said, most people just say, you know what, I'm just going to pay $99.97 annually. And remember, all of this is tax deductible, right? Because you're in a business. So, and of course, all the value behind all the data storage. So super exciting.
Absolutely, folks. And if we talk about the pricing for the VIP package, folks, you see, the VIP package costs $24.97 a month. But same thing that you do with the Got Backup, if you pay yearly, you're saving 2 months. Now look at the difference if you would go individually and go with different providers. And trust me, folks, Tammy and I use different providers for different things for our marketing efforts. And I'm telling you that these prices that you see on the screen here are quite real. So when you're within the ecosystem of Got Backup, it's $24.97 a month plus your $10 a month. That's your business expense. And then from there, the income potential is limitless. So you can pay yearly or you can pay monthly. I prefer paying yearly because you're saving quite a bit. And it's really awesome that all the people in your business are all paid yearly. You are active for the next 12 months. So the next time they pay is next year. So this is awesome. This is highly recommended. So these are two different products, but they're combined within your business and your binary and everything else. So it's absolutely amazing. Back to you, Tammy.
And another country. This is so exciting. 135 countries now. Lesotho and
Lesotho.
Yeah. So this is super, super exciting. I love to see this business grow in a global basis. Chris and I have been traveling worldwide for many, many years in this business, and people need this opportunity everywhere around the world. They could help so much within their own family and of course communities. And this is such a huge opportunity, but so little to invest to build it. So super, super pumped always.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the recognition and achievements. Folks, you see, many of you right now are moving up the ladder of success. You can see the precious metals, okay? You see bronze and you see copper, silver, gold, platinum, and then you get into the gem tiers and so forth. But here's something that's very important. Often we all aim for, well, I want the black diamond. Of course, everybody wants to be within the diamond tiers. But here's the reality. The most important rank that you see here, can you guess what it is? It is copper. copper in this business is your core rank. In network marketing, you always have to find that sweet spot that everybody can achieve. And if everybody would achieve, it could take you all the way to the top. It's like the popcorn effect, right? You put popcorn in the microwave. You remember those days? Maybe some of you are still doing it, right? Within the first minute, there's barely a pop. And in the first minute, 1 second, one pop. And then another little pop that pops maybe 15 seconds later. And on the last 20 seconds of the 2 minutes, then it pops like nonstop. So when you start having people in your business reaching the core rank of copper, like the popcorn story I just shared with you, that's when you're going to taste what success feels like. So these are your rank of achievement to move up with Got Back Up. Support, Tammy.
Yeah, there's so much support with Got Back Up. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, there's videos for everything. And like soon as you get started, you have your own page. And when you go in, you're going to see everything has a video so you can learn how to do it. You also have the support from the people you brought in. Plus the people you brought in, there's generally somebody there who's also support in another leadership level. Chris and I have offered to do trainings on Saturday to help anybody who wants to learn some of the basics on getting started and how to build this business, how to build that solid foundation. That's the key. If you can build a solid foundation, and like Chris said, that core rank, if you can teach people to hit that core rank, guess what happens? Your people are going to teach their people to hit core rank. And then their people are going to teach people. Are you getting this, you guys? So you're not always the one that has to be out there doing everything because it's starting to duplicate. Well, that's what all this support and training is all about. And show up for class, show up for the opportunity presentations, invite, and make sure your team members are part of it. And you'll see your business is going to fly with this.
And here's the thing. Last Saturday, we did the core rank training. I recommend you go back to the Got Back Up channel and just look for core rank. Just do a search, core rank, and you'll find it. Listen to it. It will serve you well. Folks, we have a product that everyone needs in a business that everyone can afford. Remember that. Whatever state of mind you might be in, whatever some people may saying or doing, always remember, we have a product that everyone needs in a business that everyone can afford.
And at the end of the day, everything that you've heard, get started. Don't hesitate. Don't talk yourself out of it. I know, because we've been in this industry a long time, and I remember when we first started, and we just jumped in because we knew it was the way out to change the lifestyle that we've always dreamed of. We wanted to have better choices in life. If you're looking for better choices in life and to have more income so you can do more things with your family, to be able to put your children through schools that you've never been able to, doing a job, how about even to get a vehicle, a new vehicle, so you don't keep driving that clunker. Anybody drive a clunker that want to get rid of it because it just only gets you from point A to B and you want to go to C, D, E, kind of thing. That's what this opportunity offers all of you. New homes, traveling, like all this stuff. And I'm saying this because we've lived it for a long time, but we were also just like the brand new person who got started, and we had dreams and we had goals, but we showed up. We showed up no matter what. No excuses.
It's really,
we showed up. And
yes, I totally agree.
That's how this happens, you guys. You got to show up. And I want to congratulate everybody who showed up today, because you're all brilliant. A lot of you are getting recognized in so many different ways. I know you're the ones that are bringing the people into these sessions as well. So congratulations for that.
I'm not sure if you can see this here, folks, but again, I want to recognize all of you that reach your bronze level, your copper level, your silver level, your gold level, and platinum and above. But I wanted to focus. I'm not sure if you can see this over here, but I wanted to recognize this is an email that came out yesterday. Okay, so it came out yesterday at 2:08 p.m. And it shares here all of the contestants that are top 10 that have actually are in a month of February. And I want to recognize there Tsai Yi Chen. Congratulations. Coach Steve, man. Awesome. Stay
Yes.
the course. You're absolutely rocking this. Done. Well done. Tsai Chen N, well done. Jonathan Plummer, absolutely amazing. Giacomo, Marsili, I think it's Italian. Well, yeah, it's a flag, right? Well done, well done. Jose Lutinger, I hope I pronounced this as well. And Chang Yung Ning, well done. Congratulations. You see what's going on here, folks, with the Asian market? Esther from Ghana, awesome. This is just amazing. TC Young, well done. And I know that many of you are also working the business. Folks, this is the trick, is to stay the course, keep doing the work, keep exposing the information, and the company is constantly giving you incentives to help you make more money. Don't fall asleep at the wheel, folks. Let's get to work. Be careful with the naysayers and the jumpers. Are calling, like they're like bees. They go flower to flower to flower to flower, and they never end up anywhere because you keep changing deals. Folks, that's a great deal. Stay the course. Keep moving forward. Tell the world about it. This is a service that everyone needs, and everybody can afford the business. So everybody, listen, have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. It was an absolute honor and pleasure to share with you. And we want to thank Joel for inviting us to share here. And one thing that Tammy and I want to do, we want to start training many, many presenters to present on Fridays. And don't forget that the Wednesdays, this is Joel, our CEO, who's presenting the opportunity, where Joel brings a different twist to his presentation. So this is very, very interesting. So make sure that you attend. If you can attend, at least watch the recording and pass it down to your downline if you're living in a time zone that it's very late for you. So my name is Chris, and I'm presenting tonight with my wife, Tammy, and we had an absolute awesome time presenting with you. Everybody have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend, and bye for now.
Bye, guys.